You already fucked the lions, Disney. You can rot in hell if you think I'm going to stand by and watch you ruin my fluffy blue boy. Hello there, people of the universe. My name is MichSciFi, and welcome to a unique Mike Reacts where I'm basically going to, long and the short of it, tear the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake a new one. Because when it was first announced and I saw the design of Stitch, I saw the actress playing Lilo, I fell in love completely, and I actually had some hope for a live-action Disney remake, which was a surprise given how much I truly hate the Lion King one. Not the Mufasa prequel, though that is also abhorrently, diabolically bad. No, I more mean the Lion King one, which very quickly, the reason I hate is where Simba confronts, speaks to the ghost of his father, Mufasa, who is voiced by the amazing late James Earl Jones, rest his soul. And the long and the short of the scene is, the ghost tells him, you've forgotten who you are, you need to take your place as the king of Pride Rock and take your place in the circle of life. Remember who you are.
You are my son, and the one true king.
That scene is in the live-action remake, but whoever was directing how James would say these lines this time, they must have been the same person who directed The Killing Joke, because much like that film, my issues with it are the actors don't sound bothered. Like the way James says those lines in the remake, the same way Mark Hamill says some of the most iconic Joker lines ever, they don't sound bothered, and I hate that. That scene in The Lion King is so special to me, and I cannot fathom how many times I've watched it, got teary-eyed, and have used that scene as a way of motivating me to get a wriggle on. So with Stitch, I was equally cautious, because much like The Lion King, if not maybe a little bit more, Lilo and Stitch, specifically the first two films, are very, very special to me. Legit, I don't know how many times you guys have spotted this boy in the background of my videos on my bed, but I've had him since as long as I can remember. I've had this Stitch since before I watched Doctor Who. That's a long time, so this little boy, this fluffy, adorable boy, is everything to me. And whenever I see a Stitch plushie in Primark or a Disney shop, I never bother, no matter how cuddly they are, because they're never as cuddly as this Stitch, but as well, they're not my Stitch. My name's Stitch. Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind. I know the live-action film didn't get that either. So yeah, Stitch is really, really important to me. And I'm not just going to be shitting on the film aimlessly, though that is tempting. No, I want to focus on how, in my opinion, I think the live-action film completely butchers the characterization of Jumba. It also fucks around with Pleakley, but that's not what we're talking about today. No, in the original film, Jumba is the evil mad scientist who created Stitch, but he isn't really evil. He is the cliche mad scientist of laughing like, ah ha ha, it's alive! Stuff like that, but he's not evil. And even then, by the end of the film, he does have a redemption and he becomes a part of Stitch's, well, Lilo and Stitch's Ohana. And then I'm going to go further than that. There's a short, which I believe is on the DVD for the first film, called, I think, Origin of Stitch. I'll put clips and bits of it over the top while I'm talking. But the long and the short of it is Stitch stumbles in to Jumba's badly parked spaceship while playing with a football or soccer ball. The ship security systems go off, intruder alert, and he goes, Stitch! So it knows who he is, all deactivates, and then it somehow starts playing a DVD, video diary, whatever, to Stitch of Jumba's experiment diary. And because Stitch is experiment 626, and this film shows Stitch all the ones that came before him that also did contribute to how Stitch was made. And it freaks Stitch out because some of them, while Stitch is cute and fluffy and adorable, some of the other ones are bigger, scarier, and as Stitch says when Jumba comes in to find him upset,
Stitch, monster!
I see you have seen my most secret evil files.
Then Jumba explains, yes, that was the goal, conquer and destroy. My experiment didn't work. I'll play it for you.
My experiment didn't work. You found a family.
Ohana! Then Stitch not monster?
No, my little one, I have created hundreds of experiments, but you are my greatest success. I'm very proud of you, Stitch.
It's a really wholesome moment that furthers the arc of the first film that Stitch isn't a monster, he's Stitch. But as well, it furthers the arc of Jumbo, that he's not some mad experiment creator. Well, he is. But he's also Stitch's dad. Now, keep that in your mind, because the thing that pisses me off the most with the live-action film is Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch has a glitch, which is one of my favourite films because, much like Revenge of the Sith, no matter how many times I watch it, no matter how many times I already know the ending, I already know Anakin's gonna turn, I already know Obi-Wan can't bring him back, I already know all of that, I still have hope. And with Stitch 2, I don't want to spoil it. I could make a joke that, oh, you must have seen it, but I won't spoil it because it's such a powerful film. There's a moment near the end where something happens, and every time I watch it, I cry. Even though I know the ending, it doesn't stop me. And I am going to go into spoilers, I'm sorry, so just please go and watch it. I don't care how old the film is, please go and watch it. It's so powerful. Basically, something is wrong with Stitch's life force and he's dying. Lilo just thinks he's having tantrums, being a little shit, and is a monster. But he isn't. He is dying. And Jumbo builds a machine because he's desperate to fix him. Not just because he's an experiment, he's his son. And there's a moment earlier in the film where the machine doesn't work, and I won't go too much into it. And Jumbo says,
Jumbo has failed family.
Because that's what Stitch is. That's what Nani and David and Lilo and Pleakley are. And at the end of the film, I'm getting emotional thinking about it, because basically throughout this entire film, Stitch doesn't realise he's in pain, he needs help. They get Stitch into the fusion chamber as his life force is nearing the end, and Lilo is just at the last minute able to pull the lever, but it doesn't work, and Stitch is dead.
No!
Lilo, well, there's nothing you can do. He's gone.
And I'm not gonna cry thinking about it. But Stitch then comes back and he's okay, and all of them are overjoyed, and it's such a beautiful moment, and it shows that Jumbo is not some villain, not some evil. He's Stitch's dad. His whole journey in the second film is he's not desperate to fix his experiment. No, he's desperate to heal his son. Literally, it flashes back to a moment that is set before the first film begins, where he's charging up Stitch, and it all goes wrong. It gets pulled out before it's finished, and as he gets dragged away, arrested, Jumbo goes, "What will become of my monstrosity?" But with how he's going off in the second film, it's less that and more, what will become of my son? And seeing the live action film reduce him to just some cliche villain, which while he was that in the original, taking out his growth and his arc is one of the million reasons, probably not a million, but maybe one of the multiple reasons why the live action film misses the mark. And I can't believe I got emotional thinking about that scene, but it is genuinely so powerful, not just because of Lilo's reactions, but Jumbo's as well, how much he cares and loves for Stitch. It ignores his arc in the first film. It disregards one of the most beautiful shorts on the DVD, but it fucks up most of the second film, because if Jumbo's the villain in the live action one and he's arrested and taken away, okay, so let's imagine we get a live action Stitch 2 and he has a glitch. If Jumbo's not there to help him to understand, then all that's going to happen is Lilo's going to think he is being a little shit. You took away Jumbo. You took away Stitch's dad. So who's going to be there to heal him? Thanks to the live action film, Stitch is going to die. These live action films, they need to stop. Seriously. And I'll give credit, the actress they got to play Lilo is perfect. The design of Stitch, beautiful. Chris Sanders has still got it. But everything else, the removal of Gantu pisses me off enough. And oh, we couldn't make it work in live action. Same with why they didn't have Pleakley dressing up as a woman. No, oh, we couldn't make it work. Bullshit. It's Disney. You could afford it. You could have made it work. You just couldn't be bothered. I would much rather watch the original. And people saying, oh, it's done really well. It's made more than the cartoon ever did. Yeah, because it's got the legacy of the cartoon with it. You can't get your money back from a film if you hate it. If we could get our money back from a film we hated, so many successful films would have been in the toilet. But yeah, that's why I'm going to wrap this video up. But genuinely, Lilo and Stitch is very special to me, and I just wanted to rant. If you guys have an opinion on this, let me know in the comments. If you don't worry, it won't be held against you. As a thank you for those who watched but don't care, check out my biker chick vibe, which I'm absolutely adoring. Literally, I had my sunglasses on before I started recording this video, and I was like, give me a shotgun. I feel like Arnie from Terminator 2. Outside of Chris Sanders being amazing and the little girl who plays Lilo being perfect, outside of those things, the majority of the film can go fuck itself. So, yeah. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you for watching. Be kind, be good to one another. Like and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
I'm a living legend. You ain't heard yet, you not get the message. From the moment that I'm stepping in, I get a couple weapons. Yeah, I turn to a beast when I'm repping. I'm a living legend.